Yeah, Mike, the president just disembarking from Air Force One now. So if he had that conversation, it seems as if it's now ended. The president arriving for this welcome ceremony in Brussels, of course, beginning the NATO leg of this tour leading up to Wednesday's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. You see the president there. The First Lady, actually, from my understanding, Mike, returning to Washington after the G7 summit, and the president here, of course, greeting leaders there in this Brussels welcome tour. Mike, continue on.
Sure thing. No, I was just saying about how fascinating it was to hear from the president that one of the things the Queen asked him about during their private audience was about Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, about Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, the Queen being a collector of information over her many decades on the throne. So perhaps we'll learn a little bit more of if the president shared any more about that conversation. But as he turns now the focus here to Brussels, which is a very international city. It's not just the headquarters of NATO, it's also the headquarters of the European Union. And those are two very important meetings that the president's going to be holding here over the next few days. And just as a matter of fact, a few moments ago, we got some new information from the White House about what exactly it is that the president is hoping to focus on during his conversations with NATO leaders specifically, those 30 allies, part of that post-Cold War military alliance. And one of the things that they are saying is that the president really wants to just update the mission statement for NATO altogether, to not just focus on the aggression from Russia that continues to be an issue that was part of the original foundation of the NATO alliance, was targeting the Soviet Union, but also to include China. That's a significant development, especially given what we've seen over the last few days as the G7 leaders in Cornwall were focused on just how strong language they would use in discussing the various issues of that adversarial relationship. They're also talking about elevating climate, for instance, as an important issue that these leaders focus on. We also know that during the time that the president spends here in Brussels, he's going to have a one-on-one meeting with Turkish President Erdogan. That, of course, Turkey is a NATO ally, but as the president has been framing this trip, Yasmin, you've heard so often about highlighting the value of democracy in a contest in the 21st century with autocracies. We certainly have seen Turkey moving in a much more autocratic direction. So that's very much a sleeper issue, I think, here, a sleeper conversation that we're not maybe paying enough attention to, that's going to be happening here over the next few days, Yasmin.